Many fans have wondered about John Brzenk's health following his surgery. Below, John explains the results of his back operation, discussing which issues have disappeared and which still persist in his recovery process.
To answer your question, how am I doing after the back surgery? It's been good in a lot of ways. It definitely fixed my nerve issues, but I'm continuing to have muscle problems, muscle stiffness in my back. But hopefully it'll keep improving. It's coming up on a year in April, so it's not quite one full year yet. But yeah, I think it was the right decision. Hopefully it was the right decision, and yeah, I'm hopeful that it's going to continue to get better.
John reveals that his decision to step away from professional competition was made even before the surgery, noting that at his age, he feels it is the natural time to close this chapter of his life.
And then mentally decided to give the sport up back, before the surgery. That was going to be my last match against Yoshi Kanai. And I kind of, like I said, just mentally decided that was the end of it. It's not so much even just the back surgery, but I got to a point in my life where it's just tough to continue to pursue it. And I just figured it was time. I'm going to be 62 in July, so it's everything has to come to an end at some point.
This period of retirement has led John to almost completely disconnect from the current arm wrestling scene.
I don't plan on pursuing the sport anymore. And to be quite honest, I really have, like I said, completely shut my mind off to it. So I really don't follow it too much anymore. So I really don't honestly know what's even going on. So you asked me to come out for the Austria event, and I kind of kidded you, like, well, I don't even know like 70% of the arm wrestlers that are on that card. So I definitely need to do some homework and find out who is who and what's been going on. And
Despite his intentions to retire, John Brzenk reflects on his current competitive ability. Although he admits that his endurance is no longer the same, he leaves the door open to a return under different formats, such as legacy matches or veteran divisions.
I'm pretty much, like I said, mentally done. I'm still probably pretty decent. If I could make a deal with Robert where I could rest like 10, 15 minutes between rounds, I would probably be okay. I'm still pretty decent, like a one-off match, but my endurance would be horrendous. Super match format. I'm pretty much be one and done. So.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I could still be somewhat effective. Like I said, just one match wonder.
Oh, we'll figure something out.
Right. We need a seniors division, an over 60 elderly.
No. What we can do, John, and also for Dennis, we ought to have like legacy matches.
Right. There you go.